reached the pinnacle while she was following Jesus at that dimension. She was not the only one that went to the tomb. There was other women that went to the tomb. But it was her that Jesus magnified conversation with. You know, as I'm saying this to you, I'm feeling electricity go through me. I'm feeling the power of God go through me as I'm talking to you about this. Mary Magdalene was not the only woman that worshiped Jesus. Nor was she the only woman in which Jesus was her interest and she was following Jesus. But Mary Magdalene, at that dimension of friendship, was the only one. So she learned. But what she learned, it catapulted her, positioned her, aligned her to be the highest amongst the women. You notice, who did the angels talk to? Mary Magdalene. Jesus and his angels, they both addressed Mary Magdalene. So what did this woman learn? Yes, she learned the word, she learned repentance, she learned obedience. But there was something bigger than that she learned. She learned oneness. Right now, you can obey a cop and not be at one with the cop. You could be angry at them. They could tell you, get out your car. They could tell you, show me your driver's license. It's not like you are saying in your mind, I want to do this. The cop could say, I want you to step out, put your hands behind your back. It's not like you want to do that. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So you can obey, but if you're not in oneness, that obedience will not continue. It has an expiration date. Everything that we do without understanding has an expiration date. Everything that we endeavor to commit to, there is an expiration date without understanding. You actually could be doing the actual thing that God scheduled you to do in a moment. But if you have no understanding, Satan will steal that from you. Satan steals the word in Mark chapter 4 from people that have no understanding. Wisdom is not the highest experience with God. Wisdom is the highest experience with repentance. Understanding is the highest experience with friendship. Wisdom helps you to get away from what is wrong. Understanding helps you to enjoy what is right. The wise man is not the highest in the room, because oftentimes the wise man will turn against his own wisdom. The highest man in the room is the man with understanding. Because no matter what season he's in, no matter what he encounters, whether it be sickness, disease, poverty, or any issue, he will always be faithful to what he knows is right. Understanding, there's a mystery to understanding that sculptures the human soul into the God soul. Is this good to you? God hid his realm of soulish operation for those who would seek it out. If you don't seek it out, you'll never discover it. Let me show you this. When God created Adam, he gave him a living soul. But that wasn't the highest realm of the living soul. There was episodes of that living soul. The first episode came with stipulations. The first episode came with conditions. The first episode came with requests. You notice what he says. He says, You can eat everything with your soul. All these trees, but this tree, don't eat of it. So if you look at what the Lord is doing, he's unveiling to Adam a chapter of his living soul, but it's not the whole book. There are chapters that he haven't walked in yet. When Adam goes to name the animals, that's another chapter. When Adam goes and he starts to take dominion over the land, that's another chapter. When Adam learns about the seed being sown, that's another chapter. When Adam goes into a deep sleep and God takes one of his bones and makes a woman, that's another chapter. These chapters are very important, but they was not the finale. So let me say this to you, and you probably never heard this before. Was Adam a man of wisdom? Absolutely. Was Adam the woman a woman of wisdom? Absolutely. But we can't say that they were people of understanding. Because the understanding will keep the way of God. No matter what comes your way, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear. Understanding is where friendship with the Lord is formed. It's not the wisdom. Through wisdom, you're practicing. You're practicing friendship. You're practicing. You know, you hear the statement before, practice makes perfect. We're practicing obedience, practicing studying, practicing prayer, practicing seed sowing, practicing forgiveness, practicing focus. But you don't ever receive transformation until you're in understanding. When someone encounters wisdom, there is a department of wisdom that targets offenses, arrogance, and ignorance. These are three different places. The offense, the arrogance, the ignorance. What is the offense about?